The Scordisci were a Gallic Iron Age tribe centered in the territory of present-day Serbia at the confluence of the Savus, Dravus and Danube rivers. They were historically notable from the beginning of the 3rd century BC until the turn of the Common Era. The Scordisci consolidated into a tribal state. At the zenith, their core territory stretched over regions comprising parts of present-day Serbia, Croatia, Bulgaria and Romania, while their influence spread even further. After the Roman conquest in the 1st century AD, their territories were included into the Roman provinces of Pannonia, Moesia and Dacia. Origin: the Scordisci was a Celtic tribe formed after the Gallic invasion of the Balkans, or rather a Celtic political creation having mixed with the local Thracians and Illyrians. Their tribal name may be connected to the Scordisci, the Sar mountain. The personal names are noted to have been subsequently Illyricized, having South Pannonian North Dalmatian influence. According to onomastic evidence, Scordiscan settlements to the east of the Mirava River were Thracianized. In parts of Moesia, the Scordisci and Thracians lived beside each other, which is evident in the archaeological findings of pits and treasures, spanning from the 3rd century BC to the 1st century BC. The Scordisci were found during different timelines in Illyria, Thrace and Dacia, sometimes splitting into more than one group like the Scordisci Major and the Scordisci Minor. Extensive Latin-type finds of local production are noted in Pannonia as well as northern Moesia Superior, attesting to the concentration of Celtic settlements and cultural contacts. However, such finds south of the Sava River are scarce. Domain: the Scordisci were centered in the territory of present-day Serbia at the confluence of the Sava, Drava and Danube rivers. The Scordisci consolidated into a tribal state. At the zenith, their core territory stretched over regions comprising parts of present-day Serbia, Croatia, Bulgaria and Romania, while their influence spread even further. Culture: the Romans reported that they had the custom of drinking blood and that they sacrificed prisoners to deities equated with the Roman Bellona and Mars. History: 4th and 3rd century BC. Celtic expansion reached the Carpathians in the beginning of the 4th century BC. According to Livy, perhaps based on Celtic legend, the Celts that migrated to Italy and Illyria numbered 300,000. The Celts established themselves in Pannonia, subjugating the Pannonians, and in the end of the 4th century they renewed raids into the Balkans. By the early 3rd century BC, Pannonia had been Celticized. The Celts, retreating from Delphi, settled on the mouth of the Sava and called themselves Scordisci. The Scordisci established control to the north of the Dardani. There is no mention of the Scordisci until the reign of Philip V of Macedon, when they emerged as Macedon allies against the Dardani in Rome. The Scordisci, having conquered the important Sava Valley, the only route to Italy, in the second half of the 3rd century BC, gradually became the most important power in the northern Balkans. They controlled the various Pannonian tribes in the region, extracting tribute and enjoying the status of the most powerful tribe in the central Balkans, and they erected fortresses in Singajunem and Tarunum. They subjugated a number of tribes in Moesia, including the Dardani, several West Thracian tribes and the Paeonians. 2nd century BC, the Scordisci most likely subdued the Dardani in the mid-2nd century BC, after which there is for long no mention of the Dardani. From 141 BC, the Scordisci were constantly involved in battles against Roman-held Macedonia. They were defeated in 135 BC by Cosconius in Thrace. In 118 BC, according to a memorial stone discovered near Thessalonica, Sextus Pompeius, probably the grandfather of the Triumvir, was slain fighting against them near Stobi. In 114 BC, they surprised and destroyed the army of Gaius Porcius Cato in the western mountains of Serbia, but were defeated by Minucius Rufus in 107 BC. Yet, they did not give up the claim over Pannonia, since they are mentioned as having battled in the second siege of Sisak in 119 BC. 1st century BC. They still, from time to time, gave trouble to the Roman governors of Macedonia, whose territory they invaded in combination with the Mede and Dardani. They even advanced as far as Delphi and plundered the temple, but Lucius Cornelius Scipio Asiaticus finally overcame them in 88 BC and drove them across the Danube. After this, the power of the Scordisci declined rapidly. This decline was more a result of the political situation in Barbaricum rather than the effects of Roman campaigns, as the client tribes, especially the Pannonians, became more powerful and politically independent. Between 56 and 50 BC, the Scordisci were defeated by Burebistas Dacians, and became subject to him. They were crushed in 15 BC by Iberius, and became Roman subjects, playing the part as mercenaries. Other sources say the Romans made alliance with the Scordisci in Sirmium and Danube valleys following the Alpine campaign under Tiberius in 15 BC. The alliance would be crucial for the victory over the Pannonians and later Bruci. 1st century AD. Strabo's Geographica mentions that part of the Scordisci, the major Scordisci, lived between the mouth of the Sava and mouth of the Mirava, while the other part, the minor Scordisci, lived to the east of the Mirava, bordering the Mosi and Triboli. They started receiving Roman citizenship during Trajan's rule. With the Romanization, they ceased to exist as an independent ethno-political unit. Archaeological sites. Singurgiunum, Taurunum, Capodunum. Legacy. The Scordisci regarded the founders of Belgrade